What's up guys, Jason Messi here, welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is the 3rd of July and it is Sunday, and it does seem that some of the transfers may have come down a little bit from yesterday, because yesterday there's so much to cover and today there's a fair amount, but not as much as previous days guys. So before we get any further, as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's videos, they're down below in that description box guys. Go check them out. 8 AM is transfers, 9 to 10 PM is the second video of the day, although the last 2 days have been around 11 PM, so apologies about that. And because it is the weekend guys, I'm going to set a little challenge. If you could try and smash 1,000 likes before 12 PM UK time, that would be absolutely sick. Alternatively, if you're not in England, that's 4 hours after this video goes live. So let's start off then with a Uruguayan striker, and that is going to be Jonathan Rodriguez going to Santos Laguna. The club that he left aren't on FIFA older team, but he was on the game at the very start, and he left Penarol in the Uruguayan league to join Santos Laguna for £2.63 million. Then we go on to Fabiano, this time a Brazilian Brasilva goalkeeper for Fenerbahce. So it's a contract extension until 2017, but I believe he's actually on loan to Fenerbahce from FC Porto. So he may have extended the loan by a year. I'm not 100% sure how it's worked out, but either way, will remain in the Turkish league for next season. And then we go on to Anders Lindegaard, the former Manchester United goalkeeper. He's joined Preston North End from West Brom on a free transfer, and I believe he was actually out on loan at Preston North End for a little bit last season, and when he was at West Brom, he didn't play whatsoever. And then we go on to Guillermo Celis, this time a Colombian CDM going to Benfica. But who knows, in a couple of years, we could see this guy being an absolute superstar and being sold on for a massive chunk of money. Then we got to Ryan Giggs, who's officially left Manchester United now. He's left after 29 seasons, which is absolute madness. And I mean, it's going to be quite a big miss for them. Else he's a club legend and an icon. But I think for him personally, it'll be a good move because he's now probably got the opportunities to become a manager elsewhere. And because the role he was offered by Mourinho was kind of like a lower tier role, it's understandable why he didn't take it. And I mean, this guy, he will probably get a management job. I'm not saying like a top tier team straight away, but imagine he'll work his way through the ranks. Then finally we go on to Henrik Mkhitaryan, confirmed the deal to Manchester United basically. So in the space of 48 hours, they confirmed Ibrahimovic and also Henrik Mkhitaryan. So he hasn't been confirmed yet by Manchester United, but Borussia Dortmund have put out a post, and they were quite cheeky at the end. They said good luck in the Europa League. It was a bit of a dig by them, but either way, the Armenian player has gone to Manchester United from Borussia Dortmund for around £31.5 million. Initially, everyone was saying 26 mil, but apparently that's not true. Apparently it's actually closer to 40 million euros. I have no idea how much 40 million euros is right now. Besides that, I think Sky Sports said 26 mil. German reports are saying 31.5 or 40 million euros, so it's all over the place. But still, an absolutely fantastic signing for Manchester United. And now we go on to Glenn Murray today. This is potential section now, by the way, linked to Brighton. So Bournemouth striker Glenn Murray is in talks with Brighton over a potential return to the Sky Bet Championship club, according to Sky sources. The 32-year-old had a prolific 3.5-year spell with Brighton after joining the club from Rochdale in January 2008. And sources are now indicating that the former Crystal Palace frontman will finalise a season-long loan to the Amex within the next 24 hours. And obviously right now he's owned by Bournemouth, and I imagine won't get in the team whatsoever now because Callum Wilson's obviously signed a new contract and is fit again, but mainly they'll probably spend a lot of money as most Premier League clubs will now. Then we got on to Steven Gerrard. This isn't about a transfer, but it's actually regarding England. So former England captain Steven Gerrard is to be offered a coaching role within the national side and will be consulted over the appointment of the next manager. And it looks like England are going to go down the route of getting the former players in to become coaches and stuff. I imagine Alan Shearer will be in the mix, the likes of Gary Neville and stuff. I imagine they'll all be still in the mix. Like Gary Neville, of course, was the assistant, but there's nothing wrong with him being a coach. Just I really hope the FA take a long, hard look and kind of analyse every single person they're considering to take the job. Because right now, again, I don't think there's an Englishman ready for the job. If they do take it, it's technically career suicide. Because if they do well with the team, they won't get much praise. If they do bad, if one thing goes wrong, the press, the media, everything, they jump on top of it. Everyone has a bad opinion about the manager, and that could be really harmful for them. And that's why I hope Eddie Howe doesn't get the job, because Eddie Howe, in a few years' time, he may be ready. But as of right now, he's still a very raw manager. Then we got on to Cito Berahino today, linked to Stoke City again. So Stoke City have made a £16 million bid for West Brom striker Cito Berahino, according to the Mirror. The paper reports that Berahino will hold talks with his current club next week, as they have not responded to the offer from the Potters as of yet, and Stoke will reportedly offer him a 5-year deal worth £70,000 plus a week. And to be fair, every single transfer window for the last 2 years, it has looked like Berahino will be leaving, but I think this one will definitely be the one he does make way. And then we got on to Gerardo this time, Gerardo, not sure how you say his name, linked to Espanyol from Watford. So this is according to Fishershares.net. They're saying that Gerardo has been linked to a £2.1 million move to the La Liga side Espanyol to be reunited with his former manager at Watford, Quique Sanchez Flores. And to be fair, I don't think Gerardo done anything last season for Watford, so it'd be understandable for them to cash in. Then we got to Javier Mascherano today. Apparently, he's willing to stay at Barca. He's insisted he wants to remain at Barcelona for the foreseeable future amid interest from Serie A champion Juventus. The Argentine international has been able to move away this season basically after 5.5 years he's been there, long time. However, Gazzetta dello Sport are saying that a quote from the centre-back is saying that he appears to be distancing himself from all the speculation. So the quote from Mascherano himself says that I hope we'll have a good season, and as always, I start the season off with a lot of excitement. I hope they'll be the best yet. But his international future with Argentina is still up in the air as everyone has no idea really their situation right now, and I imagine it will be cleared up over the next couple of weeks. Then we go on to Martin de Roon this time, linked to the Premier League new boys, Middlesbrough. He was featured the other day, and according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Middlesbrough will complete a £11.75 million deal for Atalanta midfielder Martin de Roon, who is 25 years old, and next week after agreeing personal terms on a 4-year deal. I said it last time, but personally I don't know who he is, but I imagine that's got quite a bit about him given that fee they're about to pay. Then we go on to Alvaro Arbeloa today, linked to AC Milan. So Marca are saying that AC Milan have set their sights on former Liverpool defender Alvaro Arbeloa, according to the reports. Arbeloa is 33 years old now, and he's a free agent after his contract at Real Madrid expired at the end of last month. He's received offers from unnamed Premier League clubs, but he has now emerged as a target for AC Milan as the Serie A giants look to strengthen their defensive options for next season. Now we go on to a player linked to Real Madrid, and this is a player not on FIFA team, and I don't think he's on head-to-head at all, so there'll be pictures and stuff to show you who he is, but apparently this guy is the new Aguero. So according to multiple sources then, Real Madrid have agreed a deal worth up to €6 million with the club, which is going to be Cerro Porteño, for an 18-year-old striker who is from Paraguay called Sergio Diaz. Apparently he has the same nickname as Aguero, which is of course Kun Aguero, and it's a player that I think it may be like a remember the name situation, because honestly I don't think any of us have heard of him, but if he is a big deal, that could be quite a big one in a few years. And now we move on to Polish international Peter Zielinski, who's been linked to Liverpool for the last month or 2 months now. So Liverpool have had an £11.7 million bid for Zielinski rejected by Udinese, but the BBC report that the Reds offer was actually the same as Napoli's, which was accepted. So apparently the fee was actually identical, and they've probably noticed the fact that Premier League clubs have a lot of money, or a lot more so compared to Napoli, and they probably want to milk us a little bit. The Liverpool Echo have said though over the last day or so, and the Udinese do want £15 million from us, but 11.7 from Napoli is absolutely fine. So again, they're milking us for money a little bit, but I think it may go through, but I'm not sure we will budge on the fee. Apparently Zielinski is willing to see out the remaining 2 years of his contract at Udinese before moving to Anfield on a free, obviously in 2 years time. So I'm not sure if we'll still want him in 2 years time. We'll have to wait and see. And then we go to James Tompkins today, apparently going to Crystal Palace. So Sky sources understand that James Tompkins has not travelled with the rest of the West Ham squad for their pre-season tour of America ahead of a proposed move to Crystal Palace. A fee between the two clubs is yet to be agreed, despite reports earlier saying they had been. Palace valued Tompkins at around £6 million, but West Ham are hoping for more of closer to 12. They could well meet in the middle though, around £9 million, but we'll have to wait and see. Then we go on to Hal Robson-Kanu today, and if you haven't seen this guy's goal against Belgium, he done a Cruyff turn, done 3 defenders I think it was, and slotted past Courtois. And 2016 is definitely the year of the underdog. I mean, Wales are doing great in the Euros, into semi-finals against Portugal, one more game away from the final. And obviously, I think Djokovic was knocked out of Wimbledon yesterday. And of course, the main one, Leicester winning the Barclays Premier League. So back on to the main man himself, Hal Robson-Kanu. So today, according to Sky Sports, 4 Premier League managers have actually contacted him within the last 24 hours. That's of course since their victory over Belgium, like I mentioned at Euro 2016. And he's currently a free agent after being released by Reading. So imagine he will be getting a lot of interest, and he's actually had a decent tournament. That was his second goal. And bearing in mind, he has not started every game, if I'm correct. So fair play to him and fair play to Wales. I want to see him do very well and potentially reach that final. Now we go on to Odion Igalo today. And again, yesterday, or no, 2 days ago now, there's apparently a 37 or 38 million pound bid for him from China. So the report said Watford rejected it, but it wasn't because they didn't want the money. Apparently, Igalo for the second time now, he said this exact same thing when they initially bid about, I think, a year ago. He said he doesn't want to go to China. He wants to stay in the BPL. And that's fair play to the man. He wants to prove himself in the best league, and he's not just going there for the money. I mean, China right now, the whole the drag to it, the appeal to it for most players is the ludicrous contracts they can offer. Of course, they're gonna chuck so much money at players. I mean, Hulk, he's on €20 million a year. And if you thought that was high, by the way, Neymar has now outdone that. Apparently, Neymar's new contract is around £403,000 per week, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And now today, according to Bild, Villarreal are ready to pay up to €7 million for Wolfsburg midfielder Daniel Caligiuri. The Italian is not ready to renew his contract with the Bundesliga outfit, which has 12 months to run until it's finished. I imagine Wolfsburg could be very tempted to cash in now, because I mean €7 million now is not a bad fee whatsoever, but obviously you can go on a free in just a year's time. Now we got on to Alexander Lacazette today. Apparently, he's going to be staying this time at Lyon. And that is according to the Lyon president, Jean-Michel Aulas, I think his name is. He's ruled out a summer exit for Alexander Lacazette, claiming the in-demand striker wishes to stay at the club. The 25-year-old scored 21 goals in Ligue 1 last season, prompting a £33.6 million bid from West Ham and further speculation linking with Arsenal. Lyon have now slapped a £67.1 million price tag on their star man, but Aulas is now confident Lacazette will stay. So now two quotes from the club president. First up, he said that we've had a few calls, but he will stay with us. And the coach wishes to rely on him and also feel he wants to stay. And now a very short and sweet one regarding Koulibaly to Chelsea. So apparently Chelsea have won the race to sign the Napoli defender Koulibaly, who is 25 years old, for a £13 million fee, which is £5 million more than was suggested about 2 weeks ago. And he has said publicly as well that he was going to be talking to Chelsea at some point. So I'm assuming this one could go through and be a fantastic sign there. Not just for Chelsea, but FIFA Ultimate Team next year. It's another very sweaty defender for the BPL. Gianluca Di Marzio is back at it again, and apparently Spurs have now bid at €45 million for Mauro Icardi. So apparently Spurs are sending out representatives to negotiate a deal with the Milan club. So it seems that Spurs really want a striker this summer. They've been linked to the likes of obviously Batshuayi, who I think rejected them for Chelsea, and there's quite a lot in the name. Obviously, I think there's Janssen as well from AZ Alkmaar. €45 million, it is a lot of money, whereas Janssen I think would cost like 15 or 16 million pounds. So we'll have to wait and see who they actually end up partnering Harry Kane with next season. Then we go on to Gregor Krychowiak today, linked to Paris Saint-Germain again. This is a two-part. First up from Marca, Leicester League on side Paris Saint-Germain have agreed a deal to sign Sevilla midfielder Gregor Krychowiak for £22 million. But he himself has come out and said there's no deal as of yet in place for him to join Paris Saint-Germain, or there may not even be in the future. But his quote reads that so far there is no agreement. In the next few days we're going to know something more about my future. It'd be a fantastic sign for Paris Saint-Germain and a massive loss for Sevilla. Now we go on to Axel Witsel today. He was linked to Everton yesterday, but now their rivals Liverpool apparently are in the mix for him. So yesterday apparently Everton had agreed a £30 million fee for him, but today according to Daily Mirror, Liverpool go head to head with their rivals to sign him. And apparently the reason we're going after Axel Witsel is because we've missed out on our first choice target, which was Krychowiak, who was obviously linked to PSG. But I check transfer rumours every single day, and in particular, obviously I follow a lot of people on Twitter regarding Liverpool, and I've never seen Krychowiak linked to Liverpool once, at least by anyone partly reliable. So this one I'm not sure will happen, and I imagine he will end up at Everton. Then we got on to Andre Gomez say linked to Barcelona again. So according to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona are keen on signing Valencia midfielder Andre Gomez, and not for the first time. They will opt to extend Sergio Samper's contract should Valencia resist any bids. But as I say every single time, this guy is a very much wanted man at the likes of Chelsea, Juventus and Barcelona. Then finally today we go on to Paul Pogba, and again it's to United. And again the source is Daily Mail. So they're saying that Manchester United have told Juventus they're ready to pay £100 million for midfielder Paul Pogba, and will give the Frenchman £250,000 a week in wages. But that's not the first time we've heard something about Paul Pogba. Apparently United agree and stuff for him. It's been so many clubs, apparently Real Madrid have signed him and stuff, but again, it's been a long summer regarding Paul Pogba. I think he will now stay put at Juve. And that covers all today's potential transfers and the confirmed stuff at the beginning, guys. So it's been a bit quiet today. The rumours aren't as juicy as usual, but I mean, yesterday it was quite action-packed. So it's very understandable why it's quiet down a little bit for at least one day, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,500 likes would be absolutely awesome. Remember, the weekend target, 1,000 likes before 12 PM. If you're to my channel, class subscribe button for daily FIFA content. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours I shoot in the next episode. Remember, if you missed yesterday's videos, they're down below in that description box, guys. At 8 AM is transfers, 9 to 10 PM or just after the football will be the second video of the day. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.